and gentlemen, welcome back for episode 2 of the North Star head gasket replacement series, the 2006 Cadillac DTS. If you have not seen episode 1, go watch that down in the description. But anyways, since we last checked in, got some of the timing stuff here taken off. I was kind of laying it out here so you guys can see it, but are both gears going to have to come off then?
No, just the one.
Just the one. Okay, so only have to remove the one gear.
Alright. So, then you have your actual crank gear.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, strike that. That's not the crank gear. This is your primary timing chain. Goes to the secondary.
Oh, I see.
The left and the right timing chain. So what you have to do is go, okay, so we go back over here. This is somewhat how it's set up in the engine. This is your tensioner right here. It's run off of oil. Take this off. We'll be under slight tension. It's not gonna be a problem.
It's gonna explode in your face.
No. Take that out and then it'll ratchet out. Then you remove it. Then that'll take all the tension off the chain. It'll be loose. Then you remove the L1 gear, left, primary. You remove that. So you're able to, okay, now it's sitting there loose. You're able to remove the chain. Okay. Then, doesn't matter which one, you remove the guides, because we're taking the head off. Remove the guides. And now, there's nothing else in there. This just stays up with the cam.
Yep.
And then we will also later in this episode, well not episode, but series, we'll also be replacing the guides.
Yeah, because
if you look in here, especially like where the tensioner was, it's got some pretty substantial grooves, which is not uncommon.
Yeah, so that's where we are at now, getting closer to removing the heads yet again. And then we can actually fix the original problem.
Now, it's the proverbial loosening of the head.
By the way, pardon the noise, there was a water pump going over there.
I kind of like to break them loose slowly. Like you don't just loosen one up and then keep going, because I just kind of like to even the tension out. The same way you torque them down, I loosen them up. I just kind of keep going around. I'm not as fussy, but that's how I usually loosen up heads.
It's a 10 millimeter Allen, right?
Correct.
So yeah, you'll need a 10 millimeter Allen, which usually people don't have just laying around. But yeah, now we're working on removing this front head, so it won't be long, and we'll at least have this one off. And then we can see how things look. All the Dodges are out here. One over there too. Then all the Chevys are in here.
Just want to let you know, James, you just started a war in the comment section.
Oh yeah. There it goes. Look at that.
If there could have been the problem.
What?
See how that's a little discolored here? Like here's your water port. I'm wondering if that's where it was leaking. Right there. That's how it's burnt.
Yeah.
Right here. I dare say that's where your problem was. Right there and right there.
So what would cause something like that? Is there another issue causing that, or?
I'm wondering. Could be the head studs. Or I'm sorry, not the studs. It's not studs. It's got bolts, head bolts. Busted out. I had to take a look at that holes. If this one was busted out, that would allow these to leak. None of them were broken and none of them were loose, but I'll have to take a look and see what threads look like. But yeah, I'm almost 99% sure that's where it probably.
Yeah, because nothing else looks like that.
It's all carboned up in here. Yeah, because you see these other. This is another coolant hole. See how it's clean and it's sealed up in there.
Those ones are burnt.
Again. These are very.
Huh.
You know what we gotta do now, don't you?
What's that?
Take a break.
That's a good idea. Well, we got one head off, and it looks like we found pretty much what was happening. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back now. It's been a couple weeks since the last scene we saw of us actually pulling this head and the gasket on the front side. But now we're back, getting some work done. What are your expectations for this day?
Getting that back head off, because it's going to be a bit of a bear because of the manifold in the back. It's hard to get to, but I don't. Definitely doable.
Okay.
It's going to have to be because you're going to have to do it.
So are you going from underneath to get the...
No, I got 2 bolts underneath that I got to get, and then I got to get 2 bolts on top.
Okay.
And then there's this pipe that should come off, and then I'll just take the whole everything off.
Oh, okay.
And that'd be easier because I don't think I can get the exhaust manifold off back there.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but...
I probably could, but it would really be a bear.
Yeah, so
again, normally these engines, you'd pop 4 bolts off the back for the exhaust and a fair number of things and just drop it off the bottom and everything's right there.
Yeah.
But we're trying to do it the hard way, just see if we can do it.
That's right. Alright, well the exhaust bolts ended up coming out pretty easy. I think that's it right there. Yep. Now we're going to take advantage of this lift to try to get this out of here.
Yeah, because being that this is an aluminum head and an aluminum block, I don't want to bull it out and accidentally scratch either surface.
Cool.
Away we go.
I bought this lift a couple weeks ago, particularly for the S10 project, because we will be pulling the motor soon, probably in the next week or two. And got this right on Harbor Freight for... It's only like 200 bucks. I think it was actually less than 200 bucks. Yeah, you'll see this in that project soon. But you're also seeing it in this project, so.
Uglier than sin itself, but hey, it'll work.
Hey, that's not the point. The point is, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Pulling her back and doing your thing. And now, out there in YouTube land, the reason we did this is because, I explained it, but it's kind of heavy with that exhaust manifold on there, and it just wasn't going to be feasible to get it out. Now, looks to be a little bit right there, Emma. It doesn't look bad.
No, it doesn't look bad at all.
None of these are.
Yeah.
It's just questionable, and I want to take a look at the
gasket.
Okay, see there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll place it, and probably why it was getting worse and worse. You had these 2 over here, and this one just kept getting worse. And now we know
the rest of the story.
Paul Harvey.
Alright, so now we're at the point where stuff might actually start coming back together.
Well, we gotta clean it up first, and so we don't bore you YouTube guys to death. I mean, absolutely to death. Aluminum heads, anything aluminum with a surface, sealing surface, is plastic. It's a plastic simulated razor blade.
Yep.
It'll fit in all your razor scrapers, but it's plastic. It won't dig into, well, shouldn't say that. You're a lot less likely to dig into the surface, because if you scratch one of them heads, you're probably not going to see it. It's a bad, well, it's an expensive day. Just scrape that gasket off, and then we'll prep the surface a little bit. You want to use soft, real soft, unabrasive stuff with this. And then
unabrasive is the key.
Yes. Let's see, we'll check for cracks all along here, into here. We're not going to send these out to have them machined or a machine shop to have them tested. We're just
I'm sure they're all right.
If they're not, we'll find out then.
It's true. It didn't get that hot that I don't think it will.
No, because you guys...
I mean, it did get warm once or twice, but...
If you guys just kept driving it till she stopped, then you're having problems. But
yeah, that never happened, so we're probably good.
Alright.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude this episode of the North Star head gasket series. We got both the heads off. We can see where the issue is. Actually, Brian's not here today. He brought the heads back to his own shop at home, and he's going to get them all cleaned up and cleaned out. And next episode, we'll check back in with him and see exactly how he went about doing that. And then we will start actually maybe putting some things together. Anyways, again, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe to see stuff whenever it comes out. Watch for new uploads every Sunday. Also, give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Comment down below if you have any questions or just anything you want to say. But again, thanks for watching. You rock. God bless, and have a good one.